am with Pranav V, the man who won the IIFL Junior tournament. Pranav, so can you tell us how are you feeling after winning this such a big event?
I am very happy.
You're very happy.
Mm.
And did you expect that today you would win the game or you would draw the game and win the tournament?
Yes.
Yes? So you had come all prepared.
Yes.
Okay, so before I ask you more questions, I would like to see today's game against who was your opponent?
Manish Anto Cristiano.
Okay, so do you know him well?
Yes.
Yeah, is he
He is my friend.
he's your friend?
Mm.
Okay, and so come closer a little bit, yeah. Uh, and so how did you prepare for the game yesterday?
I just saw my openings,
Okay,
play some games.
played some games in that openings against whom?
Above rated.
Ah, okay, so you saw some games of the same opening.
Mm.
Okay, all right. So you were black.
Yes, I am
Okay,
black.
so let's flip the board. And he started with
E4, C5, knight f3, knight c6, d4, c into d4, knight into d4, knight f6.
so you like the Sicilian.
Yes.
Why? No, not e4, e5, the solid stuff.
E4, c5, Sveshnikov is very attacking
Okay.
and I like to attack.
You like to attack, so you are an aggressive player.
Yes.
And who taught you the Sveshnikov?
Raghav.
Raghavi ma'am taught you Sveshnikov. Okay, so e5. Yeah, and you are not afraid of giving up this d5 square?
No.
So why do you think that's not a positional concession, giving up d5? Is it not a weakness?
It is weakness, but black will get piece activity and development fastly.
Okay.
And in the opening, after that black can attack.
Okay, so you are looking at some very dynamic advantages, yeah, of piece
Yes.
play. Okay, so knight b5,
D6,
B.
bishop g5, a6, knight a3, b5.
So this is all well known in Sveshnikov, and
Yes.
now two main moves, yeah, to take
Bishop
on
and
f6 or knight d5. He took.
No, knight d5 he played.
He played knight d5. Okay.
Bishop e7,
Mhm.
bishop into f6, bishop into f6, c3,
Okay.
bg5,
So tell us until what point you already knew the theory. Okay.
knight c2,
Mm-hmm.
knight e7, h4, bishop h6, a4,
Okay.
b into f4, knight cb4.
So this is all theory still now,
Yes.
and you know everything.
Hmm.
Okay. Good.
Double O,
Castles. Okay.
rook into f4, a5.
A5.
Theory.
So this is all theory.
Yes.
You know it already. Okay.
Hmm.
And over here, what did your opponent play?
b5.
BB5.
Hmm.
Okay, interesting move. I was looking at this game and I was thinking that maybe he would take on e7.
Knight
with
into
a
e7, queen into e7, knight d5, queen b7,
Okay, and you attack this
b2 pawn.
pawn on b2 and
And we can play bishop e6 and f5.
okay. So your idea is to play bishop e6 and
And
then
f5.
break with f5. Okay, and in a way you will have a lead in development. So you're
Yes.
trying to open the position. Okay, that's good. So he played bishop to b5.
To
Yeah.
stop bishop d7 and
So now you of course cannot take because your rook is hanging
yes,
on a8. So what did you do? Bishop e6?
bishop d5, bishop e6, I think.
Yeah?
Knight into d5.
You took on d5. Okay. So you took on d5 and he took back with the knight.
Here I played bishop e6.
Here you played bishop e6. Okay. So you have the bishop pair here.
Yes.
And the
And
opponent
this
has,
pawn is weak, h4.
the pawn on h4 is weak according to you. It
He
is
should play one move g3 and then only castle.
Okay. So did he play g3 here?
Yes.
Okay.
Rook b8.
Mm-hmm.
c4. I think c4 is not a good move
Why?
because it closes the bishop diagonal and the bishop is out of play.
So the bishop is not
Mm.
in the. So where would you like? What would you like white to play at this point? If c4 is not so good.
Queen d3.
Queen d3.
Mm.
Okay. So this might have been better
Oh.
according to you. Okay. Yeah, I think maybe you would have now taken on d5, I guess, and then maybe
Queen d5.
play
Queen d5. Queen
b6
b6.
with I think black has good counterplay because once you
Yes.
play c4,
Again the bishop is not.
yeah, sure. So in the game he played c4,
And I played f5
f5. Okay,
and I took on f5
he took.
and I took with the bishop.
So at this point, were you feeling very confident in the game?
Yes.
You were feeling confident,
Yes, I feel confident.
and you needed only a draw to become a champion. So
Yes.
did any time you start thinking that I should make a draw quickly, or were you just playing normal chess?
Just playing normal chess.
Really?
Yes.
You never thought I should make a draw?
Uh,
Okay. So you were not worried, and here you were still playing for a win.
yes, I
Okay.
played for
This is wonderful. I think this is something which we should learn from Pranav, because many times when we need a norm or playing for the first place, we try to play for the result. But it's more important that we play the position. And here Pranav felt black is better and he kept playing. So what happened now?
double O.
Castle. Okay.
King, bishop, king h8.
Okay, you moved your king out from
So
here.
queen c8
So you can play queen
Queen
to
c8.
c8. Okay.
and queen e6.
And there's no knight e7 check
Ah.
coming, so that's why you moved your king out. All right. So
He played king h2.
hmm
Now I cannot play queen c8 because of knight e7. Knight into f5.
But earlier also that was possible, right? If even if the king was on g1. So
If king was on g1, I can play knight. If they take on f5 after knight e7, I can play rook into f5, rook b f8 and
okay. So basically you wanted to play queen c8, but he went king h2 and you didn't go for that plan. What did you do now?
king h2,
King h2 and what was he
bishop
played?
e4.
Bishop to e4. Okay. So you are actually you are looking at all these weaknesses in white's position.
Yes, I was and I now I can play queen c8,
Mm-hmm.
queen
Yes.
f5, bringing the queen.
Yeah, and once the queen joins in, it would be very dangerous.
Yes.
Okay.
Before bishop e4, instead of bishop e4, black can also play e4.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, e4.
And your idea is e3.
E3
Okay.
and bishop e4.
Yeah, e3 sacrificing the pawn and putting the bishop on e4. Okay,
Yes.
that's an interesting idea. And but you didn't go for it. Why?
But f23, bishop e4.
Something should be played. Yeah, white would play something. Maybe queen d4. Is it a possible move? And maybe he would.
No, I didn't play e4 because I left the d4 square.
Yes. Yeah. Looks queen d4 looks like a good square for the queen. Okay. So you didn't go queen c8. You
Bishop
played
e4.
bishop e4. Okay. And then
Bishop e4. Yeah, he played f3.
small weakening. Yeah.
Bishop into d5. Queen into d5. Queen b6.
And Pranav, usually opposite color bishops are drawish in nature, right?
Yes.
So you thought this is drawish?
Yes.
Yes? Or there's still a lot of play left in the position?
No. Why black doesn't have, black only has queen e3 bringing the queen inside.
Yeah.
But he played rook a3.
So he stopped it.
He stopped the
But
counterplay.
maybe the white king is a little more weak than your king.
Hmm.
You have some attacking chance.
But I cannot attack in the position.
Okay. So how did you continue?
Bishop e3
Mm-hmm. Okay.
to put the bishop on b4.
On b4.
Hmm.
So how?
Bishop c5 bb.
You're going to put the bishop here. Will it not be also outside the game like your opponent's bishop?
If I will play b4, if wanted I will play again bc5.
Okay.
b4 it supports all three pawns.
Okay, it supports all the weaknesses. All right. So d6,
Yeah,
a5, and the bishop will stand strong on b4. Okay.
Bishop e3 he played king g2.
King g2.
Bishop
Okay.
c5.
Bishop c5.
Rook d3.
Mm-hmm.
bb4.
Okay.
f4. f4.
f4. Okay.
A and f4.
Mm-hmm.
Rook df3. Queen c5.
So now at this point you thought that okay, that you can just go for queen exchange and maybe exchange pieces and get a good position. Draw is fine for you. You become the champion. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So what happened? He took the queen,
Yes, he took the queen. Bishop into.
and you could take with the pawn also.
But the bishop is not good on b4 now.
Okay. So you would like to take with the bishop and keep it active. All right. He took with the
Rook
rook,
into f4, rook into f4, rook into.
and now you brought in your king.
I played g6
G6. Okay.
to play d5.
D5. Yeah. Okay. So the point is that if you play D5 right now, he just takes and you can't take the bishop.
No, he can play. No, he.
Yeah. What?
No.
Instead of you
Ah,
played
B4.
bishop B4. Why?
Why means bishop c5 if I play d5, rook f5.
Yeah. Anyway,
No, you cannot take on d5
okay.
because
So
of b5 is going.
D5 now.
Rook
Yeah.
F5.
Okay. Rook F5, and yeah, of course, this square is guarded. So actually, you cannot take this because the
And
bishop
rook
is
on
hanging.
d5, rook f8 will not come.
So rook f5 was the problem here, and that is why. All right. So you went first bishop b4, now threatening d5.
Rook f7.
Okay.
I played king g8.
Not d5 now.
No, if I played d5, so b3.
Okay.
If I take on bishop into c4.
And this
This
should still be equal. Or you think white is slightly better?
White is slightly better because after we can play like that king h3,
Okay.
king h5 like played in the game.
Okay. So he can play. He can have some pressure. Sorry. In this position with h5, king h3 coming in with the king.
G4, g5 also.
Okay.
That's why I played king g8.
You played king g8.
Rook d7 he played rook d7.
Rook d7.
To stop d5 now.
Okay. Yeah.
They played and I rook f8.
Okay. Rook f8.
Bishop c6 to play bishop d5. Bishop c5. Bishop d5. King h8.
So you are having some problems with getting your king into the game.
King h3. Bishop b4. Rook d8.
Okay, attacking the
King
b2
g4.
pawn. Well, you can see slowly white is actually getting full control of the position, yeah?
Yes.
So rook on the 7th rank, bishop on an active position, king coming in while your king is out of the game. So
king g4 no, h5.
h5,
He
okay.
played h5. To
Okay,
play
you need to
H6.
come little inside, otherwise you'll go out of the. Yeah, now you're better. H5.
H5.
Okay, was played.
Mm, H6 I played.
So were you already starting to get worried that this position is bad for you?
Yes.
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 And
Because the white squares are weak and bishop e4, bishop g6.
everything is coming there.
Mm.
So you, what were you trying to achieve now? Like what? How can you defend this position?
Rook f8, I thought rook f8 will be defended.
So you will just wait and do some
If you bring king to g6, rook f8, I will
Okay.
kept the rook on f8.
Then you will come here and give a check.
Mate.
Mate. Okay. All right. So h6 and what did your opponent play?
King g4.
King g4.
King g4, rook f8.
Rook f8.
Bishop f7.
Now he's bringing in his king anyway.
Yes. Bishop d4 now I played. b3 is supported as well. Bishop e5. King f3. Rook b8. Did I? Oh, move. I think I left one move. No, g4.
Now g4.
Rook onto b3.
He gave a pawn up. Okay, gave up.
King a4. Rook. I played rook b8.
Yeah, you have to stop, but maybe you could sacrifice this something like g5 or something.
H6 and I will play bishop e6.
Yeah,
c5.
It looks bad for you to give up that pawn. So you had to come back with your rook.
c5. Now I am completely lost.
Now you're so at this point you are completely lost, and so how did you trick him?
Bishop h2.
Okay. And how
c6.
is he playing still properly?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
c6, d5, king into d5, rook c8, king c5, a4.
So how is white going to win? You say you're completely lost.
King b6.
King b6.
c7.
c7.
King b7.
And king b7 or rook d8. Everything is winning. Okay. So
A4.
you're lost.
a4 I played.
Okay,
A4.
you're going to trick him somehow.
King b6. a3. He played c7. Bishop into c7.
Okay.
King b7 is winning more. Rook into c7 is draw.
So how if he goes king b7,
It is lost. Rook
you just have to move the rook somewhere, and now he takes.
piece. He takes the piece and is winning.
Yes, he's just winning. Okay, so what happened in the game?
Rook onto c7 he played.
Why is that not winning?
Rook onto c7, king onto c7, g6.
Ooh, okay. So now he can't take with the bishop, and the point is, if
h into g6, king g7.
yeah, if he takes gh5, it's just a draw already because the wrong colored pawn.
Yes.
So he had to take
King
hg6.
g7.
Okay.
Idea a2, king d6 he played. a2.
Wow.
Bishop into a2, king g6, king e7, king g5 draw.
Amazing. So now he's losing the pawn, and if he defends, you liquidate,
h5.
and it's a draw.
Yes.
Yeah, and so did you see this move king b7 over here?
Yes, I
That
saw.
it was coming?
Yes, I
You
saw.
had seen it?
Yes, I saw it, but my opponent didn't play.
Oh, and was he under time pressure?
No, he had 1 hour 15 minutes.
My God, he had so much time. So you won this. You drew this game and you won the tournament, and now you are the IIFLW Junior champion. What are you going to do with so much money?
I am going to play World Cadet Chess Championship at Brazil.
Later this year.
In August.
Okay. So I wish you all the best, and you prepare hard for this tournament.
No.
No, you should prepare hard. Okay.
Okay.
And I hope that you will play many more such tournaments and win them.
Thanks.
Okay.